Hello, everyone. I'm Donovan, and today we're going to learn something new, like how many cookies I can fit in my mouth at once. But in all seriousness, we are learning how to solve math word problems. If you have read the title, you should already know this.
Hi, I'm Lydia, and we are going to learn about how to solve word problems using proportions. We'll go through it step by step because there are many different ways to solve them, but we are going to show you our way. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question is Joe had 7 friends over and they ate 20 cookies. How many friends could he have had over if he had 40 cookies? To solve this question, you would have to set up proportions using the correct numbers in the correct order. You would have to find a common unit that we could use for the denominator and the numerator. For this question, what do you think the units would be? Pause the video and wait a little bit. Okay, the units would most likely be some sort of cookie for the denominator and for the numerator. Or would be how many.
Then we are figuring out how many cups of sugar we will need for making 11 cups of flour, which will make 11 cups over x cups of sugar. Next, we will cross multiply to make an equation of 4, 4x equals 11 times 12. 2. Then we will start simplifying the equation seen on the slide, making the answer to be 5.5.
So the third problem is if a dodgeball team for the middle school dodgeball tournament needed 4 girls for every 6 boys, then how many girls would be needed if there happened to be 48 boys? First, we need to find the numbers that have the same unit. We will keep those equal to each other while doing the proportion. So we'd put 4 girls over 6 boys and use a variable for the amount of girls that is unknown to us. Then we'll put 48 boys under the variable, which in this case will be x. Then we'll cross the proportion numbers and get 44 times 48 equals 6x. Then we would solve the equation to get 192 on the left and keep 6x on the right. Last, we will divide both sides by 6 and get the answer of 32 equals x.
When Jimmy was planning for a birthday party, he needed to find out how many cups he could buy with his provided money from his parents. 10 cups would cost $3, so how many cups could he buy with $15? To start off this problem, you have to change everything into proportions like the first three problems. You would, ha- you would have to have 10 cups over $3, and on the other side, we'll have X for that's what we're solving, and $15, since that's how much money we're converting to. Then we start cross grouping into having it 10 times 15 and 3 times x equals 3 times x. Then we do the simplifying. We do 10 times 15 equals 150, and we go to the next side. And we divide both sides by 3, so we can get the x by itself. So 150 divided by 3 is 50, which is how many cups you'll be able to buy.
We hope that this helped you with solving word problems and using proportions. Remember that you can't use proportions in every word problem, but it's important to keep your units in the correct place.
Also, if you use variables in an equation, it will make it a lot easier to think. Thanks for watching.